Guardian Unlimited.
Heckle! Is that your girlfriend? Small world. The Heckle! I love what you've done with the curtains, love.
I'm the worst Eminem tribute act in the world today. I don't look like him, act like him or sound like him in any way.
Hello!
That was Joanna Neary. More from her later.
We're Brian and Lucy, your podcast guides to the Edinburgh Festival.
For today's Heckle, we've pitched up at the Elephant House, where I've just heard that J.K. Rowling started writing her first ever Harry Potter book.
She absolutely did, and they also do really nice cakes.
So on today's show, you can expect the following.
Some endamame.
Sex change.
An older lady.
Netball.
Now, The Guardian have been feeding us up incredibly well.
Speak for yourself, Lucy.
Well, yesterday, entirely by chance, as I was heading out for dinner, who should I bump into? Oh my lord, look who it is!
Hey, Lucy Porter.
Hi, Phil Nichol.
Yeah,
Fancy seeing you here.
You don't eat sushi, do you?
I do. We happen to be outside a sushi restaurant. Should we
do.
go and
Maybe
eat
we
some
should pop
Japanese
in.
food?
I'd love to have some Japanese food.
I'll get the door.
Thank you, sir. Holiday. Now, I was hanging around outside the sushi bar for no apparent reason.
Yeah.
Why were you there?
My show that I'm doing at the stand this year has got a bit of a Japanese theme.
Oh, very nice.
It's called Hero Worship, and it's Hero, Hiro, and it's about
As in the character from what?
it's a guy. It's a Japanese guy that I met. I met this guy after a gig at the 100 Club. He was crying, and he was by himself.
As people often do after your gigs.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I make them all cry. To make him feel better, I gave him my name and my phone number on a piece of paper, and I went home. My flatmate's been to Tokyo and said, "Oh, if you give a Japanese person your name and number, they definitely use it because it's seen as an insult in their culture to not follow, to be given something and not use it." Right. So he called the next day, and I invited him to stay for a couple of days, and he was there for about 5 weeks and just wouldn't leave and refused to leave.
You're such a hospitable man.
And decided that I was his destiny.
Oh my gosh.
And I got a little bit obsessed with him. Oh, I'm going to order food.
Shall I go first?
Yeah, you go first.
Can I have the yakisoba, please? Can we get some pickled ginger as well?
Could I have yakitori? I'd like a duck and leek and a king prawn, some endamame. I would like a California roll and a mixed tempura, please.
You've not lost your appetite then, Phil?
No, I need to eat, and since it's on The Guardian.
So you haven't actually been to Japan?
No,
You've never visited Hiro. Where does he live in Japan?
In Sapporo.
Okay.
Which is the 5th largest city in Japan.
Uh-huh.
It's like coming from Liverpool.
Okay.
It's a Japanese scouser.
He's a Japanese.
Yeah. All right.
So how have you avoided though, just sort of stereotypical Japanese?
I don't know. Well, I think this is a real character. It's the same way I do an impression of my mother. I do an impression of Craig Campbell, a Canadian guy. I do an impression of his girlfriend Susie Crouch. I'm not actually being racist in doing that accent. Here it comes.
Oh my god, that's amazing. Tuna roll. Yeah, I'll get a shutofu. And a miso soup. Miso. Thank you.
Miso. The joke's right there, isn't it?
Miso. Oh,
there you
yeah.
go. Racist.
You teed it up.
No.
I just knocked it in.
Racist. It is. Oh, I see. The cast from Breaker Morant are in the restaurant having a cast dinner that I wasn't. Oh, so I wasn't. Oh, guys, so I wasn't invited to your little Breaker Morant Japanese sushi party.
Well, sorry, but there's cast and then there's director.
This is Brendan Burns heckling. It's nice to see comedians being heckled in the restaurant.
Yeah, by other comedians.
So that's the cast of Breaker Morant, which is a play that you've directed
Yes,
with your
it is,
comedian
indeed.
stage
There's
company.
not a single Japanese person in it. Although there is someone doing a bad Dutch accent. Is he a racist?
Is it racist?
Is it
We put the
racist?
question. Thank you very much for sparing some time in your very busy day.
You know, I hope that you enjoyed my little chat with Lucy. Thanks, Lucy.
Well, Phil Nichol junkies who are looking for another fix can read my interview with him, which is in G2 today.
We received a heckle from an older lady who simply said, "Very offensive."
To which there is no correct response, really.
So, Brian, we heard a little bit of Joanna Neary at the start of the show. You've been to see her show this year, haven't you?
I have indeed.
What was it like?
Well, she's a character comedian who's been doing the rounds for a few years. She's come back this year with a show which includes some of her characteristically batty character types and some pretty sweet songs and some extracts from a diary she wrote when she was a teenager.
This is my actual diary from the 1980s. It's got the original stickers on it. I'm not going to waste good stickers on a prop. This diary is called Joanna Neary, My Diary, Private. Keep out, full stop, please, full stop. Or when I read from this diary, I do a Cornish accent. It's not because I'm doing a Cornish character, it's because I grew up in Cornwall, and I used to be Cornish. 9th of January 1985. At school, it was games first, and we did netball. I got the ball 8 times. Each time, I ruined the game.
Well, she's done really well. She was nominated for the Perrier Best Newcomer, I think, 2 years ago. And everyone's saying her show this year is brilliant. She's also in Sarah Kendall's show at the Assembly Rooms. So she's a busy lady.
No, I think she's good. I don't think this show is anything to get too excited about, but I think it's a really easy to enjoy show. And yeah, I like what she does.
So do I.
The Heckle! Away the lads!
My name's Tim Key, and I'm going to read from my book. It's called 25 Poems, 3 Recipes and 32 Other Suggestions, and Inventory. Tom, do you mind, we've got a guitarist who's just going to play under some of them. Obviously the guitarist, I didn't come with the book. If you want guitar under it, you'll have to obviously ask your, I don't know, your guitarist, get your guitarist to do it. It's the first poem. Poem 179, just to give you a flavour. Nicola arranged her feathers and waited for the judges. This year, she muttered. Please, this year. That's the first one, they're quite short. But are you stopping?
I can carry on.
Yeah. Another poem. This one's 274. I didn't know how to respond. Be happy about her sex change, or throw my soup on her.
So Tim, we've just had some poems and miscellany from your new book, which is coming out this week, but you're also doing a show at the Fringe in which poetry is involved as well. Yes, the show is called The Slut in the Hut, unfortunately, and it's going to be some poems and also hopefully some swimming, but we haven't, because there's been a mix-up with the venue, we haven't done the swimming in it yet. I thought there'd be a pool, but there's not a pool. So what turned you on to poetry? I just started writing poems, just little ideas. Sort of sounds arrogant if you say masterpieces, but they're sort of little 3 and 4 line treats, really. So do you think, is this the start of a lifetime's commitment to high culture? Actually, I think it's probably the end. I mean, I've done poetry now for about a year. I've stopped writing them, and I've now got the book out and doing this Edinburgh show, and I think that might be me, actually, after that. As I say, I'm sort of moving on. I'm writing a play, so I'm previewing that this year, because the show was finished quite early and was quite insubstantial, so I've started to press on a bit with next year's show. So I have a preview of next year's show in the show. This next poem is poem 263. Websy, my vole, has been stolen. My only hope is that he's been stolen by someone who's owned a vole with Websy's unique catalogue of respiratory problems before. Are you intending that your playwriting career should be as fleeting and insubstantial as your poetic career? I'm not intending that, no, but I can sort of see it going a similar way. I mean, the play I've written is very poor. I've heard that Nicholas Heitner from the National Theatre is up scouting for new plays. He was in last night. We did the play and he sort of broke down and said that he couldn't... What's that? Swimming? Well, yeah, he was upset there was no swimming, but also he was crying and being sick, and it was a bit unfortunate, really, wasn't it? Well, there you have it. A bona fide exclusive for the Heckle. Nicholas Heitner in floods of tears on the Edinburgh Fringe.
Ah, the lovely Tim Key there.
That's it for today. Do keep sending us your heckles. Mark Bernstein has emailed us at podcasts@guardian.co.uk to tell us of one time when he was in the Comedy Cellar in New York. So this guy walks in late, and the compere shouts at him, "You're late." And the punter, he responds, "Well, we were told you'd be off by now." Boom, boom.
Also, check out some of The Guardian's other Fringe coverage, including 24 Hours in Edinburgh through the lens of Dan Chung.
Until tomorrow.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Guardian Unlimited.